What's going on? It's your main man, Walkin Contradiction, here once again for another installment of Authentiviews of Walkin Contradiction, presented by In the Spotlight magazine. If you're not in the spotlight, where are you? We're here today on a Friday, August 22nd, feeling good. I'm up in Jersey, and we talking to some heavy hitters in the hip hop scene. They've been doing their thing for a very long time, and they're back giving us some new good music. They go by the name of the Ying twins. And fellas, what's good with you? What's going on?
Yeah, everything good on this end. A.T.S in the building. What's up?
Hey, that's what it is, man. It's good to talk to y'all because I'm a Jersey kid, but I'm a country boy at heart. My mother's from North Carolina and my father's from Albany, Georgia. So
okay.
Yeah, we got a lot of family who then moved up to the ATL. So I gotta ask y'all some questions about things that I've encountered while being in Atlanta. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna start it off right there.
It's like every inner city family that could move. I'm gonna tell you what's the great part about it. He said, now every city family that could move from the projects to East Atlanta. East Atlanta is Greater Atlanta.
Okay.
The inner city of Atlanta. East Atlanta is the last part of Atlanta before you get to Decatur, Georgia. When you move to Decatur, that's like, to us in Atlanta, it's like if you can move to Decatur, your family is the Cosby Show. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We grew up in the inner city. It was a host of projects: Jonesboro North, Jonesboro South, Eaglewood, Capitol Home, Grady Home, East Lake Meadows. All these are projects. Thomasville, Little Valley, Summerhill, Mechanicsville, the West Side, Perry Homes, Montel Homes. There's a bunch of projects, but if you can move to East Atlanta,
right,
you can almost say, but my family is going to be the car to show we can pull this off. Because when you move to East Atlanta, that was the first introduction to paying double county line taxes.
Right.
That means you on the way.
Well, my side of East Atlanta, I was in Inglewood, so I went too much of the Cosby Show. I don't know why.
That's what's up. Hey.
About it is, it's just the love that Atlanta have for each other is the reason why we represent Atlanta so strong till this day still, because Atlanta support his own real heavy and hard.
Right.
I think that also goes with this. A lot of people don't like when I say this, but I try to be honest and real.
Okay.
I think the reason why Atlanta is so big is, number one, because Dr. King was from Fort Ward, Atlanta.
Okay.
That was another project part of Atlanta. And he stepped out on the nation and said, we all are equal. No man is no greater.
Right.
He done that. I think that's what burst this city open to being the Mecca. And then not only that, we got the highest number of black lawyers here other than New York. You can only come to Atlanta or go to New York to become a lawyer. Just a lot of great things about this city that other people don't like to pay attention to, because the youth is always coming out with something new. But the truth is, if it weren't for Dr. King and a host of great others, blacks and what have you, of doing what they've done, we wouldn't even be this type of a city. To come out with in Atlanta is because of the ambition of the blacks and the strive and the never say die. And all that came from Dr. King, man. I don't care what nobody say. All that came from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Him and a host of other blacks. But he did what God had, what I feel like the Lord had Jesus do in the Bible time. He did that for the people. By folk hitting them with stones and stuff like that.
Right.
And he wasn't fighting them back. He was just going on. And I think that's what got our city opened up the way it is. That's why everybody move down here, and we don't bother them. You can move down here and come up, we don't care. But don't be trying to act like you just in my city and it's your city. This is not your city. This is Dr. King's city. This is Dr. King. That's the king of Atlanta, Martin Luther King. That's all I got to say.
I can dig it because I'm from Jersey. I grew up in Newark, and as you say, the way Decatur is, that was our Ivy Hill section. So if
Right.
you move into Ivy Hill, you can lift your chin up a little bit, cause you're
Yeah,
doing
you
it
got
now.
it.
Now you're doing it. But
Upsize me, man. Upsize me.
well, listen, let's shift gears a little bit, because you touched on something when you were talking about the things that Atlanta is known for, and of course the striving black community and the attorneys and doctors. A lot of black professionals are in Atlanta. But another thing that Atlanta is very well known for, which you guys, I guess that first single, "Whistle While You Twerk," the one that really hit.
Uh-oh.
You know, that strip club community in Atlanta is another thing that's a big thing around the world. I mean, that's why a lot of people go to Atlanta. They don't even put their bags up before they hit Magic City or Pinups or something.
Man, I'm trying right across the street from the bus station. That's all the Greyhound go try to get out.
So the first question along that line is, when you first came out with that joint, like how did you guys get it into the clubs to get that rotation start going?
We got together with Mr. Tolly Parker, who at that time was DJ Smurf.
Okay.
We had a lot of great energy that he liked. That's why he took to D-Rock and myself. And we started working with him at the end of 1997. We became the Ying twins at the beginning of 1998.
Okay.
He was like, we got to promote y'all name, or try to see can we get this thing going. So when he finally got around to doing beats for me and D-Rock for real to start working with him, he called me. You know, I had a bunch of hoops, and I said a bunch of off-the-wall stuff, so he called me. He finally made the beat, and he called me one day. I was working at U-Haul at the time. I think D-Rock working with his mom. He was like, man, I got this beat. Saying that hook you said to me one day, I went through about 4 or 5 of them, then I finally came out with the one, if you remember. He was like, yeah, that one. And I said, you talking about the one when I was talking about Whistle While You Twerk? I had been saying that like about a week. And then he said, he asked me to say the hook over the phone. I was actually at work. He played the beat over the phone and asked me to sing the hook. I sang the hook over the phone. When D-Rock got off work, his mom dropped him off at the U-Haul shop with me. We listening at the song at the job. We listening at the beat, you know, doing the hook. And we just got excited. So when we got to the studio, we laid the vocals, but we had put the raps that we have. I put the raps that I had on the record came out after Whistle While You Twerk. I put those lyrics on Whistle While You Twerk.
Okay.
Mr. Calipari said, that rap snapping, but you're going out too hard.
Right.
Y'all got to dumb it down.
Right.
And then he told us to dumb it down. Then D-Rock dumbed it down, but when we dumbed the lyrics down, we didn't like it. And
Okay.
Mr. Calipari was like, I'm telling you, that's it. And then when we recorded it, we were like, man, this shit's stupid. So we weren't really into the way he was telling us to rap. We took that Mamma Jamma to Magic City. DC from Tag Team with DJ. Man, that man said, I got this song right here. These boys call themselves the Ying Twins. You might hear this song again. You might not hear it no more. Man, he played that thing in Magic City, but he came out the back like Lou was in there. And DC tried to buy the CDs from Mr. Calipari. He told him no.
Wow.
Got the CD back. We left the club and then proceeded to work.
Wow. See that was
how it went.
That's how that thing jumped out.
That's a great story, man, because you know I do this on one end, but on the other end I'm a speaker and I'm an artist too. So hearing that story of being at work, and then like, this is what my business partner do. We come up with a concept, and I'll call him like, yo, on your lunch break, call me. I got to run this hook by you.
Yeah.
You know, so to hear it go from that stage and then to know where it ended up, that's crazy inspirational right there. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely respect that. And, you know, I'm glad that y'all did what y'all had to do. But you touched on two things on that thing, and what you just said. that I had a question about. I mean, the first thing was about the lyrics, and because I was going to ask you about that, how much influence did other people have in your lyrics? Because the way you just told me about the king part, that already showed me a level of awareness and intelligence and purpose. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was curious about. You know, was there an influence on your lyrics early on?
Yeah, there were all the